Hi, my name is Brittany. I'm a psychic and a healer. So I'm going to be doing a spread on the Divine Masculine. So the first card I'm getting for Divine Masculine is Four of Pentacles. So with the Four of Pentacles, I'm definitely feeling as though Divine Masculine is struggling to submit to these New Moon and Cancer energies. I feel as though he feels the need to control the process. But Spirit is telling the Divine Masculine that control is an illusion. So there's a lot of anxiety within Divine Masculine right now. I'm also seeing heart chakra activations. So I feel as though his heart is being blasted open and he's feeling a lot of emotion that he has repressed. So I'm also feeling as though there's a lot of subconscious healing that is going on. And I feel as though he's kind of scared about it because he doesn't exactly like what's coming up. So the next card I'm getting for Divine Masculine is Two of Swords. So with the Two of Swords, I definitely feel as though Divine Masculine is wrestling with a lot of indecision about the nature of his life. He feels as though his life is not his to control anymore, but I feel as though he needs to trust the process. I'm also feeling as though Divine Masculine is quite guarded. He feels the need to defend his position in the world rather than admitting that he is defining himself by his position. I'm also feeling as though he's going through a sort of like ego dissolution as well. And this ego dissolution is going to continue for quite some time. I'm also seeing for the Divine Masculine crown chakra activations. So I feel as though his consciousness is expanding somewhat. I'm also seeing with the Five of Swords. I'm also feeling as though there's a lot of like inner conflict about his growth. I feel as though Divine Masculine feels kind of ashamed of the fact that he is not the same person that he used to be. He feels as though that he should adhere to a specific ideal of himself that everybody else has. But I feel as though that the Divine does not want him to follow that to stick to that limit he has actually placed on himself, but to look past it, to break free of it. And I do see Divine Masculine can't exactly do that right now, or he refuses to do that because he is afraid of what everybody else thinks. But I feel as though there's a lot of inner chaos within Divine Masculine right now. Divine Masculine feels as though that his peace is disrupted. I'm also feeling as though he's getting into arguments with people around him, and these people are showing him that what he needs to work on himself. I'm also feeling as though Divine Masculine needs to start erecting boundaries because his energy is bleeding into other connections, and he needs to recall that energy and put the focus back on himself. I'm also seeing with the Judgment card is that I feel as though the Divine Masculine's connection to the Divine is being cleared. I feel as though there's a lot of past life trauma that is coming up, and this past life trauma has caused him to distrust the Divine. But I feel as though there's going to be a sort of epiphany that the Divine Masculine has, and he's going to start realizing that he needs to trust the Divine more when it comes to the plan of his life. I'm also feeling as though Divine Masculine is thinking heavily of the Divine Feminine right now. I feel as though he sees her as his muse. He's inspired by the changes that she has made, and he wants to do the same. Though I'm also seeing at the same time that he is afraid that he is not as brave as she is. So he is actually feeling as though he is not good enough. So he is putting her on a pedestal, but I am feeling as though he will tear her off the pedestal in due time. I'm also seeing with the Knight of Wands is that Divine Masculine has his manifestation powers are quite high right now. So if he's not careful, he can actually manifest something that is not good for him. So I feel as though the Divine wants the Divine Masculine to actually be consistent with his actions and his words. So I feel as though there's a sort of like healing of the soul that is going on. His spirit is being mended. And I feel as though his sacred sexuality is also being cleared as well. So I feel as though Divine Masculine's starting to realize how powerful his sexual energy it is, how sacred he is. So I feel as though he's pulling back all of that excess sexual energy and no longer directed into diluted content. So I'm also seeing for the divine masculine is that he is going through a purification. I feel as though he is letting go of what no longer serves him. I'm also seeing with the Five of Cups in reverse is that he is no longer martyring himself. He is now realizing that he needs to see the glass is half full. So divine masculine is chasing after growth. He realizes now that the only actions he has any control over are himself. So I feel as though divine masculine is trying to repair himself, to tell himself that he is enough, to tell himself that he is loved. I feel as though divine masculine is coming to the realization that he is loved. So he is starting to have a lot of downloads come in about his nature and his role in this world. I feel as though divine masculine is starting to realize that the disappointment that he feels is actually the product of his inability to understand the lesson. So I feel as though divine masculine is gaining a newfound wisdom. He is starting to see that if he were to take away his lessons from the present, it would undo everything he has learned so far. So the disappointment is something he needs to work through. So what I'm also seeing with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is that divine masculine right now is kind of lethargic. He is tired, and so his energy spread all over the place, so he's kind of scattered. But I'm also feeling as though divine masculine is being called to actually retreat on this new moon and to actually recollect himself. Because I feel as though there is a lot of truths that he has been missing or neglecting because he has been so focused on the external. The next card I'm getting is the Page of Wands. So he is gravitating toward divine feminine right now. He finds her quite powerful, sexy, and confident. He feels as though her light is his guiding force. So he feels the need to protect her. So he is protecting this relationship with the divine feminine right now. And I feel as though he just marvels over her. And I also feel as though that with the next card, the Devil, and the Devil in reverse, he is also breaking free of any addictions. He's also clearing anything that is not serving him. So he's also using this new moon energy to break himself out of stagnation and to become who he's meant to be. And I'm also feeling as though divine masculine is under divine pressure right now. So I feel as though a lot is crumbling, but it's crumbling so he's becoming who he's meant to be. So it seems like everything's falling apart, but everything is starting to make sense. So clarity is going to settle in for the divine masculine pretty soon. And the last card I'm getting is 10 of Chalices, or 10 of Cups. I'm seeing with the 10 of Chalices is that divine masculine is realizing that he needs to put his own happiness first. So he is actually striving toward peace. He is striving towards happiness. Again, he wants to develop this relationship with himself, and I'm seeing throat chakra activations going on as well. So divine masculine is actually wanting to be more in his authentic self. He doesn't want to play by other people's rules anymore. He wants to march to the beat of his own drum. So he is searching for his freedom. So he is actually taking the shackles off him and choosing himself first. And by choosing himself first, he is actually choosing to rise into the frequency of love and to ascend to where his beloved divine feminine is. So that is my reading for divine masculine. I hope it resonated.